Okay. The screen now is visible. That introduction of nutraceutical. Is it visible? You can send me message. Yes. Please send me message in comment section. Yes. Okay. It is visible. It is blur. Okay. Just I make it full. Now it is visible. Okay. I will make it little bit visible so that you can able to see. Hope. Hope now it is visible. I had made it full. It required the 30 seconds to come. Just 1 minute. It will. Okay. Now I think it is visible. Okay. So we are starting with the topic that is nothing but the nutraceutical. You might be not knowing. No, it is not any registration link is there, but only you have to see this one, and I will send you in between the class. You have to send your number and roll number and name. So when we have to show that, I will tell you. So that is not the issue from my side. Today we are learning the new topic we are starting. Before that, I will just give the introduction brief about the lecture of this one, nutraceutical as well as a dietary supplement. So nutraceutical and dietary supplement, when we think about a nutraceutical and dietary supplement, what do you mean by nutraceutical? So anybody, if you knowing, please write in comment section. If you want, you can write down the answer if you are knowing what do you mean by. Can you give the any example you've gone through the nutraceutical? Anybody? You can write in comment section. That is not an issue. So uh, when we think about the dietary supplement, is a somewhat different thing, and nutraceutical somewhat different thing. So when we are eating for the healthy well-being or sometime preventions of we can say prevention of a disease. So in that case, nutraceutical is very important. Nutraceutical is one of the branch which is coming from a pharmaceutical branch only, but it is having a number of food or food articles. So nutrient based, yes, Deepesh had given me answer. Deepesh Gamre, nutrient based diet. Okay. Uh, it's somewhat okay answer, but then another Shailesh Matre had given the answer. Any non-toxic substance having health benefit? No, it is not like that. Okay, but okay, at least you are concerned about the understanding the things. So when we think about the nutraceutical, मेरे ख्याल से आपको you are eating or drinking Bonvita, Horlicks. So these are known as the supplements. Then many times you can able to see on advertisement, in advertisement mainly, biscuits with the fiber. So that is known as a specifically that biscuits with the fiber. It is known to be incorrupted nutraceutical. So in biscuit is a normal thing, and the nutraceutical we can say nutraceutical is fiber. And this fiber we are incorporated into food, and that is known as a specifically nutraceutical. Now it is a not basic definition. So nutraceutical is been, yes, Disha Patil had given answer dairy product and citrus fruit. No, it is not extend up to dairy product or nutraceutical. It nutraceutical is not basically we can say. Ishant also had given the answer dairy product. So Shailesh, Deepesh, Disha and Ishant, I'm just explaining you It is a purposeful food continue to nurture the power of progressive research. So what is a definition? Definition lies here. Any substance that may consider a food. Yes, Piyush had given the answer, protein powder. Okay, protein powder can be considered under this, but actually as such, it is a food product. So it is known as a functional food. There are two different meanings are there of food, functional food and then nutraceutical. Nutraceutical, in that many components are there, many drugs are there, whereas specifically if we calculate functional food means what? Citrus. That one had person had written down citrus fruit. Disha had written citrus fruit. So citrus fruit is not a nutraceutical, but it can be used as a nutraceutical. It can be, because we have to formulate such a that it will form any dosage form and that can be used. Okay, Aishwarya Mhatre had given answer, nutrient supplement to improve the health. Very good, correct answer it is. So it is been termed is a press release of the 1994 by the restarted and clarified the nutraceutical term. It is a term which is related to nutrition and the pharmaceutical. It is the term which is related to nutrition and the pharmaceutical. Nutrition and pharmaceutical combine together to form a nutraceutical. In 1989, it has been coined by DFLC and the Foundation for the Innovation in Medicine. It is a foundation of innovation of medicine. I can give the simple example. Yes, it is Shailesh Matre given. It should be scientifically proven. Correct. It is should be. Any product, if you go inside your body, it should be scientifically proven. Then Shreya had given answer, food that provide health benefit. Correct it is. It is a food, but in a concentrated food. Take an example. If you want to take a protein diet, which food, only one food you have to give me answer. You can send the answer in comment section. That any one food which is giving a protein nutritious or protein enrich a protein food. Can you give me answer? Yes, you can give. Okay. So we have come to the definition of it. Definition is what? Any substance that may be considered a food or part of food. मतलब क्या है? फूड टोटली हो सकता है या पार्ट ऑफ फूड हो सकता है. So any substance that may be considered as a food or part of food which and provide the medical and health benefit. First क्या देखा हमने? Any substance that may be considered as a food. Any substance मतलब लकड़ी विकड़ी कुछ नहीं होगा. It is nothing but any substance is what? Considered a food or part of food. Yes, egg, milk, no. Beans, no. Almond, quite. Fish, okay. But as such we are not using. मुझे बताओ, when we are eating something, तो ऐसा directly हम कच्चा खा लेते हैं? हम लोग कुछ उसका formulate करते हैं ना? अगर से मतलब हमें दाल बनानी है तो we are taking cereals, groundnut, chicken. I am getting many good answer. Soybean, correct. Soybean and meat. Ajinkya Chaudhary had given the perfect answer. And Tanuja Shinde also given the correct answer, pulses. Ashutosh, paneer is not a actual coming in the nutrition of protein. So it is containing fat only. So nuts are there. Tanuja Shinde again given the answer. So pulses, nuts, these are protein source. Okay. मैं मान लेता हूँ कि it is a protein source. So it is a food. But if say हमने अगर सिंगदाने का लाडू बनाया, लड्डू बनाते ना, लड्डू बनाया, so that is nothing but can be a formulation. But तुम लोग सोचोगे सर लड्डू थोड़ी formulation होते हैं. So I will show you one particular example of it. One company is there. You can write down with the pen and pencil. I will write it in chat box. That one company is there known as a Tyson. That Tyson company, मैंने chart section में लिखा हुआ है, chart section में लिखा हुआ है. Tyson is one of the company which is nothing but producing a nutraceutical as a snack bar. स्नैक बार मतलब जो हम लोग हिंदी में हम लोग बोलेंगे उसको लड्डू, इंडियन सिस्टम में हम लोग बोलेंगे लड्डू. So yogurt, correct. Yogurt is also, but it is not a protein source. It is a live organism probiotic drink. What? Probiotic drink. Now, it is given by the Rutuja. So what will happen when we think about the snacks bar? So snacks bar is a specifically is a nutritional bar. So the food or part of food, हम लोग definition के ऊपर फिर से जाते हैं. So any substance that may consider as a food or a part of food provide a medical or health benefit, including prevention and treatment of disease. अब मुझे बताओ, कोविड में सब लोग बोल रहे थे कुछ तो जूस पीने के लिए. कौन सा था, याद है किसी को? कोई तो जूस पीने के लिए बोला था. You might be, you can write it in chat session. You can, it's an interactive class, so you can write it at any time, any moment. You can write down the answer, question, answer. I can give you answer that on the spot. So that citrus, yes, it is lemon juice. So lemon juice is containing vitamin C. So lemon juice as such is a food part, but if you formulate or if you crystallize that form, in a some dosage form, and if you are giving orally or intravenously, any particular dosage administration route, if you are giving Karela as such, Karela is not used, Shweta. So just we will concentrate on the topic now. So citrus fruit, if you take a juice of it, if you modulate such that it will not oxidize, it will in a pure form. If we convert into such a form, beverages हमने convert किया उसको, and that if you are selling, and that is known as a nutraceutical fruit. तो आप बोलोगे सर ये कैसा थोड़ी हो, शरबत वाला भी होगा वो उसको बोलेंगे हम nutraceutical. No, not like that, because it is coming in the medicine. It is coming under the heading of medicine. So it is providing medical or health benefit, including prevention and the treatment. Vitamin C tablet. So vitamin C tablet is not coming under this. It is a medicine. If it is a use citrus fruit powder which containing vitamin C, so that is known as a nutraceutic. We are not using a synthetic compound here. We are including phytochemical or food part. फाइटोकेमिकल और फूड पार्ट, दैट इज नॉट. हम लोग मैक्सिमम इजी एग्जांपल में दे सकता हूँ, लड्डू है जो लड्डू हम लोग खाते हैं डिंक के या ड्राई फ्रूट्स के. सो दैट कैन बी फॉर्मुलेट इनटू बार एंड दैट कैन बी प्रोसेस एंड दैट कैन बी गिव एज ए न्यूट्रिएंट एंड दैट इज नोन एज अ न्यूट्रास्यूटिकल. वी कैन से तुलसी जूस, यस, इन सम ऑफ, बट इन अ फॉर्मुलेशन फॉर्म, नॉट इन अ रॉ फॉर्म. नहीं तो फिर नींबू शरबत वाला भी हो जाएगा न्यूट्रिशियस. So it is not like that. Yes, correct. Given answer by the Nilam Dige and Ishant had given the Tulsi juice. Now, first we will concentrate on definition. Definition क्या अभी तक पढ़ा हुआ हो? Any substance that may consider a food or a part of food and provide the medical and health benefit. Provide the medical and health benefit, including prevention and treatment of a disease. Prevention of a treatment of a disease. Such a product may range from isolated nutrient. देखो क्या है उसमें, आपके सामने आंसर था लेकिन आपने देखा नहीं. Isolated nutrient, dietary, supplement and diet to genetically engineer. Genetically engineer is a main word we can say. से एग्जाम्पल, जैसे अभी ईशांत और नीलम ने मुझे बोला तुलसी जूस. इफ यू वांट टू सेल दिस तुलसी जूस in the as a nutraceutical, what we can do, we will take example, same example we'll take. We are taking tulsi, then we are taking a juice of it. We will see the nutrition value of it. We will add some preservative. We will some add additives. We will find out the shelf value of it. We will purify that thing, and that beverage you can sell in the under the licensed product. जैसे हम लोग डाबर हनी लेते हैं. See, I am giving you one asset. So though because of lockdown you are not going anywhere, but at your home you might be having some food article. Jam is there, fruits are there. So you can see that. Is it fortified? Fortified एक करके word लिखा है क्या? FORTIFIED. Fortified. So fortified word is been there means what? Incorruption of the vitamin A, vitamin E. So when we think of it, डेफिनेशन ऑफ द न्यूट्रास्यूटिकल, अभी हम लोग अटकेंगे नहीं, हम लोग डेफिनेशन कंप्लीट कर लेंगे. अभी क्या है डेफिनेशन, अभी सबको समझ में है. एनी सब्सटेंस दैट मे कंसीडर फूड और पार्ट ऑफ फूड, फूड और पार्ट ऑफ फूड, प्रोवाइडिंग द मेडिकल एंड हेल्थ बेनिफिट, मेडिकल और हेल्थ बेनिफिट इंक्लूडिंग, अभी मेडिकल और हेल्थ बेनिफिट मतलब क्या होगा? प्रिवेंशन और treatment of disease. Okay, Priyanka ma'am is also attending my lecture. Thank you very much. Tulsi drop, Nasser. Yes, correct answer. Tulsi drop is a nutraceutical product because it is isolated one, but it is coming under the advanced Ayurvedic product. It is coming under the advanced Ayurvedic product. So it is considered as Ayurvedic, herbal, or we can say herbal product. So now I'm coming with the definitions. So what is the definition? Any substance that may consider, see, any substance that may consider food or part of food and provide medical health benefit, including the prevention and treatment of a disease. Such a product may range from isolated nutrient, dietary, supplements, and diet to genetically engineer, designer food, herbal product, and processed foods such as cereals, NJ soups, and beverages. Have you understand? आपको सब समझ में आ रहा है ना? अगर आया बीच में कुछ अगर नहीं समझ में आया, if you not understand any moment ना, you can send me this one कि sir I can't, please repeat this topic. So what is the definition of nutraceutical? मेरे साथ बोल सकते हो, आप अकेले हो घर में तो आप बोल सकते हो. Any substance that may consider a food or part of food and provide medical or health benefits, including the prevention and treatment of a disease. Such a product may be range, क्या क्या हो सकता है फिर ऐसे? Isolated nutrient, dietary, supplement, diet, and to genetically engineer. Genetically engineer means what? Designer means what? We have to design. Yes, understood. Okay, very good. So designer product, food, herbal product, processed food such as cereals. अभी आपने बहुत बार ऐड देखे रहेंगे. नॉर्मल हम लोग डीमार्ट में जाते हैं तो डीमार्ट में वी आर गेटिंग दैट नॉन पॉलिश दाल और पॉलिश दाल. क्या डिफरेंस है इन दिनों में? Polished dal is nothing but we can say it is been rubbing, and then after rubbing we are removing the cover, and it is not, it is a process. It is a process. What is a non-polished? Means what? Directly raw they are utilizing, only simple process. So these two are nothing but our conversions. Means what? Non-polished is known to be a food, and polished is nothing but a fortified. Means what? We are modified that. So this is nothing but an example. क्या है? Beverages. आपने बहुत सारे beverages देखे रहेंगे. Mainly we can able to see the beverages means what? Happy drink is there, some energy drinks are there that are coming under the nutraceutical. Now there is at present there is no university accepted definition of nutraceutical and functional food, although commonly it has been accepted by the International Food Information Council. See, it is very important. International Food Information Council. Do you know anybody knowing answer of my question? The food and dietary component in India is controlled by which regulatory body? That is a question. You can answer that question in your chat session. So at present, it is a nutraceutical or nothing but like that. It is a food or dietary component. Any food भी है, dietary component भी है. So these nothing but we can say component. Now these are the definition. Now the classification, classifying the nutraceutical factor. How you can classify the nutraceutical factor? So first of all, we understand the definition of it, definition of the compound, definition of the work particular nutraceutical. Okay. FSSI, yeah, Shailesh Matre had given the perfect answer. Red Bull is nutraceutical drink. No, it is coming under the beverages. Apple juice can take it vinegar form in medicine purpose as example. Yes, might be, but we have to work on that additives and preservatives in that. Then FDA, no, FDA is not FSSAI, that is a food safety. See, that FSSAI का full form आपको ढूंढना है, कल मुझे बताना है, कल लेक्चर में मैं पूछूंगा FSSAI का full form क्या है. So that is nothing but, so this is nothing. I hope you understand the nutraceutical. अभी food, functional food मतलब क्या है? Functional food are nothing but we can say which having some function in your body. अब मुझे बताओ, हम लोग कैरोटीनॉइड खाते हैं, कैरोटीनॉइड्स, FSSA नहीं, FSS Bhavani Shankar might be somewhat different. I don't know. Then he is not from my class. Okay, so now when we think of the classifying the nutraceutical factor, when we classifying the factor, before that isoflavonoid, you might be studying cognosy, you had studied in first year that we have the phytochemicals, isoflavonoid, alkaloid is there, glycosides are there, then antioxidant effect is nothing but because of flavonoids, carotenoids, so fiber is there. So if you added any, अगर आपने बिस्किट का एग्जांपल दिया था मैंने, so biscuits with the fiber, if biscuit is added with the fiber, then this product is known as a, particularly we can say, coming under the food part, functional food. What is the function of the fiber? Fibers are nothing but a component which can be utilized. Food safety, Pranali had given the answer by Google, I think. Food Safety and Standards Authority of India, correct. The answer is correct, Pranali. So now come towards the point. When we think about the classifying the nutraceutical factor, there are number of substances are there and number of types of classification is there. Also, Gaurav is also given the answer. Congratulations, Pranali and Gaurav. Very good. So now, what is a nutraceutical classification? So nutraceutical classification is based on a various type, because it is a functional food development, dietary recommendation, nutraceutical factor, organized in a several ways. So there are organizing ways are different. Pranali, no sir. Okay, not Google, very good. So if you are knowing, very good. The Food Safety and Standards Authority of India, FSSI, correct. Good answer by Shreyas Mohite. So now come towards the point. So classification of the nutraceutical is based on these parameters. See, classification, various parameters are there, various type of classification is there. So various particularly we can say types in that. First type is there, food and non-food source of nutraceutical factor. So what do you mean by food and non-food sources of a nutraceutical factor? So it is very difficult, but not so difficult also. So first of all, when we classify the nutraceutical, food and non-food source of the nutraceutical factor, that is the first type of classification. So what do you mean by food and what do you mean by non-food sources? See, I can give you an example of a CLA. CLA is known as a conjugated linoleic acid. See, conjugated linoleic acid. See, it is required. Conjugated linoleic acid is a part of a human diet. Is a part of the human diet, but mostly as a component of beef and dairy food. However, it is made from the bacteria of the rumen of a cow. Means what? Milkation from the particular cow milk is there. Cow milk. We are using a cow milk for our day-to-day life process, which having a nutritional diet known as a conjugated linoleic acid, and we require this conjugated linoleic acid. But it is not a food source. मतलब dairy milk में से नहीं रहता. It is not produced, but it is been produced in the cow, in a rumen of a particularly cow, that bacteria is there. As we know, our intestine is full with the microflora. Our intestine is full with the microflora, and then microflora bacteria containing a compound that is containing a particularly enzymes. They are digesting our food. So likewise in cow ruminants, that is nothing but intestine, the bacteria is there that is forming conjugated linoleic acid, and deliberately it is coming in the milk, and that is known as a food and non-food source of a nutraceutical factor. Do you know in each on each Sunday we are doing something each Sunday, or we can say on after 15 days we are making idli and dosa. What is the reason of we are eating idli and dosa? It is yummy because of that? No, it is not like that. When we think of it, when we added the carbohydrate and protein, carbohydrate is nothing but we can say rice, and the protein is nothing but it is fermented. It is a fermented product. So what will happen? The bacteria and the microbes are converted that food, that actual carbohydrate and protein into a vitamins. We can say idli and fermented products are a very good source of vitamin B complex. Vitamin B complex. So very important is what? Whenever we are learning this, science is nothing but basically it starts with your kitchen. I'm saying anytime science is starting with the kitchen. So nutraceutical fermentation process happen. Yeah, correct. Priyanka ma'am also giving answer. Okay, she's also a student now. Thank you. So fermented product are giving a good vitamin source. So this vitamin, how it is formed? हवा से टपकता है? No. Microbes are doing conversion with the enzymatic process. It will convert from one form to the another form. That is nothing non-usable. That is nothing half digested food can convert into a digestible. So here, food and non-food source is nothing but we can say nutraceutical factor. What is this? The main points of it is nutraceutical is based upon the potential as a food source to human. Here, nutraceutical may be separated into plant, animal, microbial or groups. हम लोग bread खाते हैं. Bread is one of the we can say is a source of particularly we can say vitamin because it's a fermented product. Then one interesting thing is the organization system of food may not necessarily the point of origin or one more substance. The point of origin क्या है? Different है. Sir, is CLA food source, nutraceutical or non-food source? It is a non-food source. It is not part of food, na actual. One question has been asked by the Piyush that sir, CLA, that is conjugated linoleic acid, is a food source or is a non-food source? Because is it not coming from the food, na? It is not coming from the food, so it is not source. It is not source for the particularly we can say of non-food source. It is not coming in the food source. Now, biochemical process means what? Idli or dosa का मैंने example दिया था. It is a good fermented product, and that is been converted by the microbes or plants, which is containing choline and phosphatidylcholine. So these are nothing but we can say non-food source and food source. So in that, when we consider as a particular non-food source, means it is a fermented product are coming under the non-food source. That is a fermentation product. And a food source. I just make it correction here, Piyush. If CLA is coming from the your dairy milk is known as a particular food source. CLA is coming from the your particularly we can say is coming into the food source. It is not coming under the non-food source. It is coming under food source. But if say, if you are taking a rice, if you are taking a protein as a dark pulses, and that is conversion fermentation process to form some product that is idli or dosa. So that is known as a non-food source. That is known as a nutraceutical non-food source. It is main by the fermentation process. It is main by the fermentation process. Means what? Actual food we are not giving as such. We are processing by the help of plants, by the help of microbes, by the help of animals, and that is we are converting into a edible form, and that is known as a particular non-food source. Example क्या है? Amino acids are derivatives of amino acids are there, which are nothing but we can say here. You can see this amino acid their derivative have been produced by the bacteria grown in fermentation system is known as a particular non-food source. I hope you are understanding. अगर नहीं समझ में आया तो एनी टाइम यू कैन राइट इट डाउन. If you not able to understand, अगर आपको समझ में नहीं आया तो you can write it down chat session. Sir, I can't able to because I am watching the chat session also continuously. Okay, Ajinkya Chaudhary had a half digested food. Half digested food, okay, it can be. Okay, Shruti Thakur has asked me, so if the food is processed, then it become a non-food? No, it is not like that, my dear. Food is processed from specific thing, means we are converting that. अगर मैंने आलू की सब्जी बनाई तो आलू ही रहेगा ना, वो कुछ चेंज नहीं हो जाएगा. Understood? If I use idli batter, the totally the two different, means what, protein, that is a pulses as well as a pulses as well as a specifically we can say the another thing is rice we are adding, that together is nothing but different carbohydrate diesel. And the idli is nothing but vitamin B complex and the various other product that is nothing but digestible, easily digestible. Idli is a very easily digestible product. So that is nothing but known as a non-food. Means it will be conversions. But there is a, we can say in pros and cons are there, in particularly we can say. Anurag is also understood. Okay. Shailesh Matre, beer is a nutraceutical product. It is also made by fermentation process. Shailesh Matre. Okay, Shailesh is asking, beer is a nutraceutical product. No, it is coming under the beverages. But if you modify that for the health benefit, because beer is not giving any health benefit. If beer has to be given a health benefit, everybody will get take a beer. But beer is not giving any health benefit. But it is a good example of a can be a nutraceutical in a small amount. In a small amount, it is providing a benefit to, particularly we can say benefit, because it's a fermented process. Yes, madam. Priyanka ma'am, you are correct. Beer is example of nutraceutical. No, it is not so example. But if you are using a dosage form, because nutraceutical ऐसे नहीं रहते कि हम लोग सब खा लेते एक दिन में हम लोग 2-3 किलो नहीं खाएंगे. It's not a vada pav that you can able to eat 5 to 6 at a time. Nutraceutical has a specific, yes, red wine. I can say example in Ayurveda, the red wine we are calling as a drakshasa. Drakshasa is a fermented one and that can be converted into it. So red wine, in a small amount, it can be, it's coming under the food beverages. It is coming under the food beverages, functional food, maybe, may not be, but we are not going into red wine and all. Yes. Now, our topic is, we are diverting from the topic. Beer and red wine is coming from all the way. Okay. So it can be, but in a small amount, because nutraceuticals are nothing but a pharmaceutical. So it has a dosage form limited. Dosage form limited means what? It is required some dosage to be administered to the patient. So when we think about the recombinant DNA technology has been came, so that is a new avenue in the non-food source. Genetically recombine, particularly we can say GMO product. You might be heard the GMO word. GMO, okay, aloe vera juice is a nutraceutical. If you convert into, then it can be, because it's a herbal product and it can be converted into, because it's coming under the food license. It is coming under the food license, so it is a nutraceutical. It is a nutraceutical because it's giving some health benefit. It is and there we will learn many things in the nutraceutical. Turmeric, no, as such turmeric is not there, but curcumin is there. Turmeric as such अगर हम लोग use करेंगे तो नहीं. Curcumin उसका isolated product है. If we are utilizing, that can be a health product or we can say nutritional product. Now, so recombinant DNA technology. मैंने अभी बोला GMO मतलब क्या है? So GMO is one of the product, is nothing but known as a genetically modified organism. What? Genetically modified organism. So GMO is one of the we can say nowadays it has been known as a non-food source and nutraceutical. It is coming under the non-food source and it has been regulated. Means what? These techniques are there, but these are under the evaluation of the regulation, because in India itself, the nutraceutical regulation had came in 2006. Before that, it was coming under the different laws. But in 2006 onwards, it has been coming under the specific laws, that is FSSI. Then Piyush Rathod had given me answer. Sir, but idli is not eaten in specific amount. Yes, it is not eaten, but it is a nutraceutical. It is giving us some health benefit. Why we are eating idli? Because health benefit. It is not. It is considered under. I am not telling that it is a nutraceutical, but it's a part of food that can be considered. आगे जाके अगर किसी ने formulation बना दिया, somewhat by powder form, by capsule form, it is having a highly enriched product. So that is coming under the food or nutraceutical. Dietary supplement. It is coming under dietary supplement. So dietary supplement you can do. नहीं Priyanka, don't Google. Okay, Google, you had asked Google. A modified version of Google can be, but Google as such not it is been. So what is a nutraceutical? You have to understand it. This lecture, today's lecture only we will learn about only the definition. What is a food and food source? ये एक बार समझ में आया तो आगे की चीजें आराम से समझ में आएगी. So that will be very easier one. Now come towards the point. When we think of the production of EPA, मैंने GMO का बताया, यानी genetically modified organism. Nowadays, a probiotic drink are there. Then we can say prebiotic drinks are there. These are nothing but coming as a particularly we can say genetically modified organism. मैंने एक कंपनी का नाम लिखा था, Tyson. So Tyson is giving a live bacteria in a snacks with the modification. It is active form but encapsulated form. So we have to learn that. Komal Thombre asking amla. Amla as such not, but amla powder, if it is processed, micronized powder, if it is a encapsulated powder, or we can say it has been having a nutrition value with the data, that is a certificate of analysis, everything related to it. If you compile and if you prepare one product, say example jelly, if you prepare a jelly of amla, then that product can be formed as a that product can be used as a coming under the food. आज से बाद में आपको एक काम करना है मेरा, you have to go through each and every literature or we can say label of pharmaceutical, nutritional, food product, any food beverages, सबके आपको labels पढ़ने हैं. That is a task for your 1 month. 1 month I am giving you a task that you have to read out. Everybody should read out the particularly we can say label claim बोलते हैं उसको, label को claim करते हैं हम. So that label claim you have to read out each and every. Tomorrow I will ask you a question. So now these are nothing but we can say the production of EPA by the bacteria. So any product, if we are food we are utilizing, then you are adding bacteria in that, and bacteria converting that product into such a form that is can be, I am telling you, can be is known as a nutraceutical. बट इट शुड बी इन डिजाइन फॉर्म. हमारा डेफिनेशन क्या है? अगर डेफिनेशन याद करते हो तो देखो क्या है डेफिनेशन. इट इज एनी सब्सटेंस दैट मे बी कंसिडर फूड और पार्ट ऑफ फूड provides medical or health benefit including the prevention and treatment of disease. Such a product may range isolated nutrient, dietary supplement and diet to genetically engineer, designer product. It is designer food, herbal product and processed food. It is a processed food. यानी अगर हम लोग चिक्की बोलेंगे तो it is coming under the food. It is required the food. That's why I can say before 2006 we are not having any regulation for the nutraceutical. It is considered under the medicine, and it is a very tedious process if you are coming under the medicine. I can tell you, you can take when you are having your 4th year, from 3rd year onwards you can start on nutraceutical research. You just go on, add the nutraceutical. I will say you within 2 years you can develop one component, and that one component can be utilized, can be marketed by use of your own technologies, own things, own research. So nutraceutical has a base of it. And nowadays, say example cereals, beverages, that can be sellable food items, and this is known as a particular nutraceutical, because nutraceutical comes under the food section. Okay, so these are nothing but we can say compound food and non-food source. अभी हम लोग देखते हैं example क्या है. See, production of a eicosapentaenoic acid, that is known as EPA. Eicosapentaenoic acid is known as a EPA. So that is by the bacteria. and this fatty acid produce some algae and bacteria. This fatty acid is produced by the algae and bacteria. So it is not food source. Algae and bacteria we are not utilizing for the eating purpose, na? So it is not food source. So these products algae and see, this EPA derived from salmon are produced by algae and are later incorporated in a salmon that consume algae specifically. Means what? Eicosapentaenoic acid we are getting from the algae, but actually algae is preparing eicosapentaenoic acid. Algae is preparing eicosapentaenoic acid, as specifically salmon fish is not producing. Salmon fish is eating that algae and indirectly it is coming under the our particularly that salmon, and salmon when you are eating you can get eicosapentaenoic acid, and that is known as a non-food source. See, it is a chain of food. You can easily able to understand. Algae and eicosapentaenoic. Algae is producing eicosapentaenoic acid, algae and bacteria, and that is containing a fatty acid is produced by the algae and bacteria. And these algae and bacteria, if it is eaten by the salmon fish and that consume that algae, the salmon fish automatically getting a EPA, and that salmon fish, if human being is eating, then that is known as a getting a EPA. So that is a non-food source. So these are nothing but we can say. So there is a one corals are there, many corals are there. We can say many debates are there on a non-food and food source. So that is very important. Now example of the nutritional substance group in the food source. Examples I am giving you. So don't worry about it. I think it is visible. Yes. Pranali is asking yogurt. Yogurt is nothing but nutraceutical. It is probiotic drink. It is coming on the nutraceutical classification. We have to learn in that classification. Probiotic coming under the nutraceutical. Probiotic coming under the nutraceutical. Now come towards the point. Example of a food source. जो हमने नॉन फूड सोर्स और फूड सोर्स देखा उसमें पर्टिकुलरली वी कैन से इज प्लांट्स आर देयर, बीटा ग्लूकॉन, ascorbic acid, tocotrienol, trienol, then quercetin, lutein, pectin, capsaicin, zeaxanthin, beta carotene, lignin. See, we are eating specifically we can say carrots. Carrots contain a high amount of beta carotene. If we convert that into juice form, edible form, and if you micronize and if you protect your component of beta carotene, that can be converted into nutraceutical if you design that product. If you design, that is very important. The animal product are nothing but eicosapentaenoic acid is there, then docosahexaenoic acid, that is DHA specifically CLA, that is a conjugated linoleic acid, then along with that choline, lecithin, and selenium. Shall I continue for 15 minutes more? Yes, all? Shall I continue? If you say, I will continue that 15 minutes. So these are nothing but plants. Animal sources are there. Plants are beta glucan, and then ascorbic acid, alpha trienol, quercetin, luteolin, pectin, capsaicin, zeaxanthin, beta carotene. These are nothing but we can say components are there of plant. Animal. Okay, Nagaswamy Venkatesh. It is not a PPT. Actually, I am using, see, for all students, I am telling you, it is not my PPT, it's my website. I already developed a Google site, and that Google site you are seeing. All nutraceutical topics are there in Google site. So I just emphasis here that we can say Nagaswamy Venkatesh. So Nagaswamy Venkatesh sir, because it is not my PPT, it is my Google site, but I will give you link in a comment section. Okay, so I will continue with it a little bit, and after 15 minutes we will stop here. Okay, so these are nothing but animal product. Example is nothing but a CLA is there, EPA is there, choline is there, lecithin is there, calcium is there, selenium. मुझे बताओ, बहुत सारे लोग फिश खाते हैं, कैल्शियम वाला अच्छा वाला फिश कौन सा है? कैल्शियम सबसे ज्यादा रहता है वो फिश. Anybody can pronounce? You can write it down in question. Then microbial Bacillus longum, Bifidobacterium, Lactobacillus acidophilus. So आपने कर्ड खाया रहेगा, कर्ड, दही. dahi jo bolte hain हम लोग. So curds are nothing but we can say these curds are is nothing but a live bacteria only, and that bacteria we are eating for our benefit, for the health benefit, diluted form. So that is nothing but if you purify that curd and convert into such a powder form, and that powder form is constitutive form, that is nothing but we can say if we convert, that is known uh, so that is known as a specifically we can say kalwa. Yeah, किसने बोला है? उपासना. कालव तू कोकणातली दिसते मला. So कालव correct is known as oyster. Oyster, that is nothing but a makul, it is known to be, or kalwa, that is a lobster. Yeah, correct, sorry, lobster. Oyster, lobster, these all are nothing but a very good calcium source. So how? So it is a non-food source. Food it is there, correct, it is food, but they are preparing their inside. And that is known as a particularly we can say that can be utilized as a food, or we can say so. So that is known as a, okay, Rutuja Salvi. Kalwa says in Marathi, correct. Yeah, correct. Okay. Now, so this is nothing but all about the food source. I hope you understand nutraceutical means what. I hope you understand what do you mean by. Then we will have the another lecture on a dietary supplement. Then specific foods. So tomorrow in tomorrow's lecture we will go for the nutraceutical factors in a specific food. So we had today we had completed the nutraceutical definition. We had completed the how, what do you mean by nutraceutical. So it will this idea is continuously growing, so don't worry about it. We will finish up the syllabus in an interactive session likewise today, and I hope so you are understanding. Now I am just requesting all, please write your roll number and full name. Write your roll number and full name for those who are present. Bombay Duck, yeah, Priyanka Jadhav, you might be having Upasana Pulekar, yes, okay. So yes, Priyanka ma'am is also from Konkan region, so she knows very well Kalwa and Makul. So now you can write down your roll number and give the space and your name and just send it all, everyone. So attendance I see ho jayega automatically. Come on, fast. Okay, write your roll number and then name. Okay. So here we are finishing our first lecture. I hope you understand. It has been acceptable from your side and you understand the lecture, and definitely after 2 years you will able to form any nutraceutical formulation, and definitely you can work on this. Thank you very much for today's lecture. We are finishing here. Thank you. Tomorrow we will meet again.